Hey y'all, Super X here. Long time, haven't seen y'all. About 4 years. Yeah, I'm not sitting in my video studio anymore, am I? I'm sitting in the middle of my kitchen. Because I'm reviewing like espresso products. Kick-ass espresso products like this little thing right here, the Hefty Tamper. Looking forward to showing it to you, taking it apart, breaking it down. And I'm going to go right forward and say it. This is one of the biggest improvements in my consistency and workflow since my espresso journey started in like 2006. So we'll have a little look at it. So here is my Hefty Tamper. As you can see, it is a nice hefty anodized aluminum. This color I believe is called a graphite. I think it was a perk, like one of the perks for being an early, whatever you want to call it, an early supporter on Indiegogo. That's where I got this, Indiegogo. Hefty Tamper came in a little box. This I think was another perk that was unlocked. It's a little silicone mat that it sits in, which is pretty cool. And it also came with the adjustment tool that you need for it. Now I have taken this apart just for my own edification. It's extremely simple to take apart. You just basically unscrew. Not that I can't think of any reason you'd probably want to take it apart, but if you do want to take it apart, you just unscrew this. There's going to be a spring that comes out with it, big heavy duty spring that regulates this force right here. You can see it has two forces. One is that it just pops the piston plate down. And the other one is your actual tamping force, which it stops at a certain point. So, and then there's a larger diameter, weaker spring that handles this this part of it right here to keep everything in place. So it's basically that and an adjusting screw right here. So if you look at the adjustments on it and how they're kind of laid out, if you were to turn this thing clockwise, when you get it, it's set to, they say, about 18 pounds. So if you turn it clockwise, it basically, every full turn is probably, I think I read somewhere that it's about 3 pounds. If it's 18 pounds and it's 6 turns out. So when you get it, it's set to about 6 turns out, or that's what they say. So if you turn it this way, you're basically making it less forceful. If you turn it counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, if that's the way you say it and where you come from, it makes it more forceful. So, but you have to do full turns for it. And I don't want to do it right now because I got it just set. I mean, it'd be very easy to set it, but I've got it set up just perfectly right now, so I don't really want to take it out. I don't know what it's at. I think I have it about 8 turns out, plus minus. So what's that? 3 times 8, 24 pounds, plus minus, and it works fine. So this bad boy basically just, you put it in your portafilter. Obviously you're going to have grounds in it. It's a leveling tamper, which is cool too. You see that little rack right there, where it sits on the edge of your portafilter like this. And it basically has no resistance right now because there's no grounds in the bed. I'll show it to you with some grounds in the bed. It has some circles here. Not sure what they really mean. Doesn't matter to me. I just put it down on my deal, and it's that simple, and you're tamped. Done. If you were one of those people that felt that you wanted to polish your puck, I'm not a polisher, you would just put light force on it, just enough where you feel it contacting your bed, which is usually probably about right there, and you could just turn it if you're so inclined. Not inclined, so that's up to you. I'm not a puck polisher. Anyhow, this thing was about 99 bucks again off Indiegogo. Not sure what they're going for now, but I've had this style tamper. There's no similarity to it other than the fact that it's a leveling tamp, right? But it's not self-adjusting. I don't use this at all. I've never got in. I tried those things once where you put them in, they spin, and see everybody using them. Not for me. Anyhow, this is like an Amazon deal. They make many different ones of these, but the problem with this is as your beans age, if you underdose, overdose, you're constantly going to have to adjust this because it has a similar principle in that it goes into your portafilter and it's going to compact, but it's going to compact to a fixed depth. So if you have overdosed, it's not going to hit the rim, or you have to put, I mean, I've tried, sometimes I've put in too much, and no matter how much force I put on it, so you're going to have problems with this style tamper. Now, it's served me fine for a while, but like I said, it has its limitations. You have to adjust the height constantly for bean freshness, bean dose, whatever else, other reasons you'd want to adjust the depth of this to get, that's how you get the tamp, is by the depth and the force you put on. So we're done with that guy. This guy does it all. Levels, I think it has about a 20 millimeter throw from here to here. So whenever it contacts your bed, it starts to put resistance on it. So just say my coffee's here, as you can see, I'm pressing on this, it's going down, but it's not moving, right? So when it contacts the coffee bed, it begins to put the pressure on it. So it doesn't matter, unless you seriously underdosed your puck, you would not get the pounds that you have it set to. Whatever force tamper, whatever force that you have it set to is what you're going to get, unless again you exceed the throw of this thing, which good luck with that. You have to, like I said, seriously underdose your basket, beyond like even conceivable. So this is just another one of those parts that has made my stuff duplicatable, repeatable, no compromise, and that's where I'm going with everything that I get and everything that I show you. One of the probably single biggest improvements to my home espresso situation along the way, my journeys. I've had regular tampers, I've had this style tamper, I had a decent V4, and I love decent products, their customer service is off the chain. I aspire to one day have a decent espresso machine. Not that I don't have a good espresso machine, it's just not made by the decent coffee company or whatever they're called. But I do have some of their products, but the tamper, their V4 tamper, where it differs from this one is, I'll show you the big differences. It's a traditional shaped tamper, meaning I don't have one anymore, even that's how I'm done with that. So it has the handle on it. So when it was very difficult. It accumulated grounds in here. Every time you tamped, it would bring grounds there. Very difficult for me to clean. I'm not going to be blowing air all over the place, not breaking out a vacuum or any of that stuff. Over here, I'm just going to reach for the little brush that came with the niche. So what I'll do is, after tamping, let's get this little brush, and you can see how you can just push that down in your hand and just do your little deal there, brush anything out that comes out, brush that off, pop it back in its little base, and adios. So why don't we put it into action on some coffee? So, tamping with the Happy Tamper. We got the leveled bed, everything's good, it's ready to go. This is how simple it is. Happy Tamper, done. Put it away. This is what you got there, right?